Hi, Collective. I'm Ancient, and I have another channeled message for you all. I spoke about the Great Awakening as relates to the collective consciousness in a previous message. This message is also tied to that. I spoke about how um, there's a non negotiable spiritual line that is being drawn in the sand, where the collective consciousness has officially entered an era of Great Awakening and also will be entering into what I call the Great Severing. So this energy is going to track sudden, massive movements of humanity, where you'll be seeing people, including yourself, walking away from situations that drain their life force and stepping directly into an uncompromising era of absolute truth. At this time, there's this collective current urge collectively, which is like this exhaustion of the Eight of Cups. The collective is experiencing a deep soul level of exhaustion, where the Eight of Cups represents the precise moment you look at something you spent years building, whether that be a career, a relationship dynamic, a belief system, a societal standard, some sort of hierarchy, and realize it can no longer feed your spirit. So the reality here is humanity is quietly packing its bags. There is a silent, massive exodus happening behind closed doors. People are walking away from jobs that pay well but crush their souls. They are leaving relationships that look perfect on paper but are emotionally dead. The collective is tired of pretending that crumbs are a feast. This energy brings a heavy, melancholic willingness to turn your back on the familiar and walk into the darkness, the unknown, to search for something real and authentic to you. Now, there is a transition, which is the weightless limbo. It feels like you're walking between or away, and the breakthrough lies a period of profound emptiness. So some of you could just be feeling drained and empty and tired and a bit lost. You're not. It comes with this great severing where the collective is currently suspended in space. It feels like standing in a clearing after a massive fire. The old structures are gone, but nothing new has grown yet. You're just standing on destroyed soil. The limbo is triggering a massive wave of existential questioning across the globe. People are asking, who am I if I am no longer striving for traditional metrics of success? What do I actually value when I stop trying to please everyone else? The temptation in this phase is to panic and run back to toxic familiarity of the past, but the collective gate has closed behind us and there's no going back. So what we see here is the immediate future, the piercing truth of the Ace of Swords. This is the captivating apex of 2026. The Ace of Swords is a lightning flash of absolute clarity, cutting through the darkness. It is a single glowing blade held high by a cloud of a cloud crowned with victory. Humanity is about to experience a massive breakthrough of uncompromising mental and spiritual sovereignty. The fog of confusion is being violently sliced away. The shattering of deception is happening at a global scale where major illusions, corrupt systems, and institutional narratives are going to fracture cleanly. The truth will emerge with such undeniable, sharp focus and force that it will be impossible to ignore or spin into lies. The collective is reclaiming its voice. People will stop sugarcoating their reality. Expect a massive surge in radical truth telling, boundary setting, and clear, decisive communication. The collective will no longer tolerate gaslighting, whether from external authorities or from within their personal lives. The sovereign cut on an individual level, you might feel the sudden, unshakable courage to make a clean cut. The hesitation is ending with the Ace of Swords, which is the sword of truth. This will cut ties with toxic cords, dead weight, and old versions of yourselves with surgical precision, experimenting an immediate rush of liberation and mental power. This line has been drawn in the cosmic sand. If you have felt an overwhelming urge to pack your bags, walk away from situations that look good on paper, and step into the unknown, you are riding a massive wave of collective realignment. You will be seeing this transition, and a lot of you are seeing the exodus. Some of you are feeling the urge to actually leave where you currently live. Some of you, it could be the town where you grew up. It can also just be situations with people where you feel like you're going in circles. The Eight of Cups to the blinding, victorious clarity of the Ace of Swords represents that quiet exodus. The era of tolerating crumbs, enduring gaslighting, and playing small to keep the peace is officially over. Some of you are just not tolerating it. The universe is handing humanity a sword of absolute truth and demanding that we cut away the dead weight. I discussed the collective exhaustion, the current moment, the weightless limbo of transition, and how to wield your personal sovereignty to manifest a life of genuine alignment. So you're going to feel this shift of walking away from what's familiar, going into the void, and then breaking through with absolute truth of whatever the future may hold for you. That would be the immediate future. A lot of you have been feeling physically drained and tired because this is a collective shift that we're all feeling at the moment. That's why when you turn on the news, you watch the television, the King and Queen of Swords are at work, which represents the media, the energy of Mercury, communication. This is a time where there you're going to see an aggressive time where people are trying to continue the same narratives and lies across the globe to their societies, and people are just not buying it. People are anxiously and aggressively detaching themselves from the society's um, desire to construct certain point of views about people, situations. People are now questioning history. They're questioning what they were taught in school. They're questioning their leaders. It is now the great severing, cutting ties, cutting from the illusions. The awakening has happened, and now the severing of cutting away from those illusions is happening so that you can go beyond and to your immediate future and experience the breakthrough of truth. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.